Good morning, welcome back to Casa TexPina. We're on build day number 240. This is the last work day before Christmas. So our guys are on site in their respective places. We're going to walk you around and show you where everybody's at this morning and throughout the day, as any of our subcontractors may or may not show up. So we'll show you where they're at when they get here. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to start off with a little bit of stuff that we filmed last night as our guys from Clark Liberty came back to help us assemble some of the chandeliers that we had bought online and at other stores. So let's take a look at these experts do their job. Alright, so that part's done. On to phase 2. I'm gonna put this one up. That's nice. Alright, so now we're getting ready to get started on the next one. First thing I gotta do is put all the pieces together on the base. Fight off the mosquitoes. Ah, got it.
I got it. You have the...
So it's parts and pieces. Same idea going around on the bottom. Most of our chandeliers have these little hanging crystals at the end. Very nice. That one turned out fantastic. The next one they're getting ready to work on is going to go right up here for the main foyer as soon as you enter. Sitting here dilly-dallying, taking care of video uploads, and these guys are cruising. So they're taking care of the fast stuff that needs to be done before they hang it up and start hanging up all the small pieces, big pieces first. Alright, let's go ahead and walk inside the house. See where everybody's at. First off the bat, I hear the air compressor going, which means we are airbrushing here in the kitchen. So Mr. Wilson is doing the airbrush thing. Lots of airbrush and shiny paint. Also doing paint are Mr. Henry out here on the outside, and he's airbrushing, or he's not airbrushing, he's prepping all of the cabinet shelves. So these are all the shelves, and they're getting prepped, ready for paint. Let's go ahead and look out into the garage area. We've got our 3 carpenters hanging out here in the garage, so we're continuing to prep and work on these kitchen, the island for the kitchen and the island for the master closet. And Mr. Ferdy here is working on our locks for the doors out here. So they're putting in the door locks and hanging new doors. So these 2 doors are already hung, got both locks in. He's doing the last piece, and then we're going to put in the new door for here in the utility room as well. Also in the utility room, Mr. Alex is continuing to work our upper cabinetry here. So we got cabinets going in above the dryer and washing machine and the sink. And then we're going to have our nice broom closet right here with a little bit of shelving above. Okay, let's go look and see where the electricians are hiding out at today. Pardon me. It's dusty and lots of fumes. Coming back here into the other part of the house, our electricians, Mr. Cho and Mr. Kerwin and Mr. Chucks, are all working on various parts of the electrical system. So we're putting in the LED lighting for here in the cove ceiling, as well as doing the wiring to connect the ceiling fans, which were hung yesterday. And Mr. Cho, there in the purple shirt, is continuing to work on our understair lighting. So we'll see that. It is just minor corrections and fixes throughout the day. Okay, and we're still working the rest of the way through the house. And our 2 laborers, Mr. Lance, and over on this side, Mr. Jonathan, are continuing to do a little cleanup around the site, around the house. You'd be surprised how much dust and dirt a construction project brings in. Plus, we've also got to keep all the windows open, since we need the good ventilation for all the airbrushing. So we keep the doors and windows open, and of course all the dust comes in from from outside as well. So that's where everybody's at this morning. Like I said, as people get in, we will show you where they're going. All right, so we're going to have a busy section in the dirty kitchen and the utility room. Today our plumbers and electricians are working together to get the connections made for the dishwasher that's going to go here, and where it connects to the garbage disposal, because that all drains through the same, and the switch goes over here. And out here in the utility room on the other side of Mr. Alex, our washing machine is going to go here, and the plumbers are here to be able to install the 2 hose bibs where our connections are going to be made, and the electricians will need to come in and install the outlets for this, for the washing machine and for the dryer. All right, we're putting in the dishwasher, getting the connections made. It ends up connecting through the side, and to the drain comes out of the back of the, goes into the back of the garbage disposal. The supply line is what Mr. June is putting in now. Right up here. This is the connection piece, so it'll tap off of the main line for the sink, and then it's got its own power behind it. All right. Typical install, same as in the States. Just not something seen or used often here. Okay, so on the islands for the master's closet and for the kitchen island, they are adding additional the baseboard. The items all the way around the house. So we got that little bit of baseboard. So they're going to put the baseboard in here, and that's what Mr. Alex and Mr. Allen are working on. It's like mostly Mr. Allen. Mr. Alex is still working over here in the utility room. And here in the utility room also, it looks like our plumbers have already connected our cold and hot water connections for the washing machine. The last thing we have left then is for the electricians to connect the power outlet for washing machine and for the dryer, and then to call the company we bought it from to come back and do the installation so that the warranty stays valid. All right, in the kitchen and living room area, we are starting to put on the newspaper and masking tape to partition off the pieces that have already been painted and you want to stay the same colors. So what they're doing is leaving the molding here exposed, because this is going to end up being the same color as the light gray on our cornice work. And that's also what Mr. Tantan and Wilson are working on here. So Mr. Tantan is busy working on the pieces, getting them prepped, and Mr. Wilson is placing them where they need to be, of course, under direct supervision. Huh? You're working too, she says. I thought it was just me on the camera.
I'm working so hard.
Oh, yes. All right, dishwasher is in, it is on, it is powered, and we have water connected coming in, dishwasher exit going out. See if you can hear it. Now we have to work with the... Sorry. Now it's working. We'll have to work with the carpenters to fill in the gaps that we have around the sides. So yeah, it looks like it's a good fit. Just need to fill in gap here and down this one side. All right, we're starting to do the airbrush of painting on the molding. So we're getting the gray color that we're wanting. So the first step is a primer. Making sure that all the tape is secured properly. We don't want any overspraying where we already spent 2 days painting. So he's working on that. Going light first. Alright, we'll check on this after lunch. Alright, we came back from lunch. They finished the molding around the side. So we're going to take a look, see how it all turned out. Colors are nice and shiny. That is a good front. Need to work on the base a little bit more, but I assume that's going to be repainted anyway because the color is a little bit different than what we're expecting. So Mr. Jonathan's helping out over here on the side, pulling out all the masking tape and trim. Looks good. And we're starting on the inside of the main cabinets. So fit and finish for our dishwasher. We erred a little bit on the large side. The dimensions were 598 across, and we went with 61 just to give it a little bit space. So sorry, 610. So So we got a little bit of extra space on the side. We're gonna end up having to come back in with this and fill it with a piece of plyboard. Same thing across here on the top. The dimension coming up from the bottom, from the floor up, was supposed to be 82 centimeters or 820, and I think we went with 84 centimeters to the bottom. So we've got a little bit of extra space here that we're going to end up filling with plyboard and then secure the dishwasher to that. So make sure you know the size of your appliance before you put in your cabinet, and go with exactly what they tell you, or be willing to make small adjustments. We're just going to make small adjustments. The system seems to be running very well at the moment. We went to lunch and it was on eco. The guys, while we were out on lunch, were checking the sizes and taking dimensions and stuff, so they stopped it and pulled it out. When they put it back in, it started the cycle over again. So it's still going, but no leaks, and the power is doing just fine. So we'll check it when it's done. So we're here in the office. Mr. Kerwin is prepping to run our cove ceiling lighting. So he's running the additional cord around, or the additional cable wiring around the top that we're going to end up connecting with. What we're using here are bulb or tube type LEDs. So these are LEDs. It is not fluorescent. See here, this style, and 16 watt. So it only comes out. It comes out looking like a 40 watt, almost a 40 watt tube. Lights it up very nicely. Here, let me go show you in one of the other rooms that's already completed. So this is in progress, and this is the finished product. This is what the office is going to look like when it's done. Kind of hard to see through all the plastic, but plastic's keeping the little bit of the dust down. So we've got the lights on this one in the foyer, and the one on in the dining room. Yeah, lovely to see through. There we go, we can see a little better. And this one's a three-way, so we turn it on and off and the lights change temperature. So this one right now is on warm, which is in the middle. So we got a cool white, a warm white, and a soft white. All right, the office cove ceiling lighting has been completed. Looking good all the way around. Good bit of soft lighting. Instead of turning on the pin lights, we can turn these off, leave these on. It's a softer lighting. And then we've also got the light from the ceiling fan, which goes tricolor as well. All right, so the living room columns are just about finished. Still got to do the baseboard on this one, but everything else on it looks fantastic. See here? All right. All right, we're starting to put in our soffit LED lights as well. They're working their way around the building, putting some of these guys in place. Little surface mount LED lights. They will be controlled inside with switches. So these will be around the light. So we're going to have some nice downlight in targeted spots. Try to accent some of the walls. All right, from everybody here at Casa TexPina, y'all have a great weekend and Merry Christmas. We will see you again on Monday. So if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the Casa TexPina star right over here and you'll be subscribed. What else comes next? Oh, hit the bell icon just below the view screen and you'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again on Monday, have a Merry Christmas and God bless.
Tayo ay magnasiawit na magagandang hinig Dahil sa Diyos ay ang pag-ibig.